Okay, so this is week 2 of The Artist's Way. This video should have been recorded on Sunday, but it's Tuesday, the 18th of March. I haven't even done anything with the last video or uploaded it anywhere. I don't know if I still will upload anything. I hope I do, but let's see. That kind of scares me. My problem is that I feel like all of the days just kind of like merge into one. And so like for me, the difference between week 1 and week 2, like I literally feel like it's one big part of time. But I will say, I'm still feeling very positive about this process. I'm still absolutely loving morning pages. I'm not finding them annoying. I'm actually really enjoying them. I'm interested to know if this is gonna change as the process goes on, because I don't know, 3 pages is a lot. And it surprises me actually, because when you think about like filling these pages, it feels like a lot, but I feel like I could say so much more and it's not even enough now. Like I feel like the 3 pages are short. Like there's so much coming out of my brain in the morning. I feel like the morning pages are helping me to kind of like take action and also kind of like see where I'm stuck, and also allow myself to kind of like check in and reflect about like what's going on. Because I think in the past, I often go through these cycles where everything is like really good and then I crash and burn, or that's what I tell myself. But what I like about this process is it kind of, you have enough feedback with yourself where you don't really crash and burn yet. Because like you get a chance to sort of, in the morning, you're writing down whatever's on your mind and literally like emptying your brain. And probably things are going to come up that you're worried about. And it kind of just like gives you a moment where you can sort of reflect on what's going on and maybe make a plan rather than just like staying stuck. The one thing I do think though is with morning pages, I feel that my brain is jumping around all over the place. I don't really get too deep into problems or topics because before I know it, something else is in my brain and we're going somewhere else. I just feel more present. I feel more connected to myself. I feel like I'm having like regular conversations with myself and I'm giving myself time to like listen to my intuition, be more present in what's going on, be more intentional in how I'm like spending my day. Also, I really like the process of like this whole like documenting this phase of my life and like I know that I can now come back to this book in the future and I will see exactly what was going on in my mind. And I hope I continue this practice for a lot longer because I don't know, I mean, you're not supposed to read your pages right now because apparently that can make you feel like what you're writing is a load of shit. So I haven't been reading them, but I imagine when I do read them later on, I'm probably going to read it and think, oh my God, you're so annoying. But at the same time, maybe it will be useful and it will also allow me to kind of look back and see how much things have changed and how better things are. Anyway. Yeah, I can't really remember what came up, like I have to be honest, but I just know that it's helping me a lot to kind of take more action, see opportunities. Like I think things are changing for me at the moment a little bit. We're getting a few more like freelance projects. Last week we were super active about applying to jobs and I had some like technical tests where normally it would throw me into like a downward spiral because I'd be like thinking I'm not good enough. But I feel like this process is helping me also to realize like, no, actually these technical tests that you're having to do for these web developer jobs, they're just actually testing you whether you're good at tests and whether you can remember information. And that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with your capabilities as a developer. So it's like, I don't know, it's just giving me a lot of like mindset and giving me a lot of like time to contemplate these kind of things. And the other thing was my artist date. What did I do? I did some more stuff on Procreate, but it was kind of frustrating, not gonna lie. One evening I decided, I only ended up doing it for like an hour because we ordered pizza and it arrived early. But I was doing this tutorial to like do this whale shark on Procreate and it really annoyed me because I was doing the tutorial and then straight away it's like, oh yeah, you need to buy my brushes that were like 20 quid or something. And I'm like, I'm not spending 20 pounds on some virtual brushes, right? Maybe if things were better financially right now, but I'm also like, there's so much you can do for free on Procreate. Like I don't need to spend this money. And then I tried to do the tutorial anyway without buying the brushes and it didn't really turn out how it should do, but it's fine. I still enjoyed it. I didn't finish it, but you know, we got the creative juices flowing. So because my artist date was a little bit a little bit short, I decided on Friday, I had my physio appointment really early. I was supposed to go free diving, but it was raining and it was really cold and I had a really busy day. And I actually thought, you know what I would prefer to do? I think I would prefer to go to a coffee shop and have a coffee, some pan de bonos, which are like some really nice Colombian bread, and just like take my phone, take my headphones and edit some of the content that I've been meaning to create for ages. That just felt more like what I should be doing like for myself, and it was really nice. I really like, there's a coffee shop that near to where I live and it's like super nice and I want to start to go there a little bit regularly, even if it's just for a coffee, just to like do something, read, write, or yeah, maybe make content or something. I can't take my laptop because my screen is broken. That's a whole other story. We're not getting into that. It's very expensive to repair, and I do not have that money. But the one thing was when I was in the coffee shop, I realized as soon as I got there, like, I should have taken a journal or a notebook with me. Something that this artist way or whatever has made me realize that sometimes there's some sort of power from when you're like writing by hand in a notebook, like things just come out of you. I mean, there's this quote that she wanted us to be aware of in this week, which was like, I mean, this book can be a bit spiritual, or like, it doesn't have to be about God. It could be about energy or universe or whatever, but it says, "Great creator, I will take care of the quantity, you take care of the quality." And there's so much about how we need to show up like at the page, or show up to like write stuff and have an open page and a pen, and just like let stuff flow out of you, because there's a lot in your head and sometimes it can just come out in that way. So that was my regret, that I didn't have a notebook with me, because I feel like I could have been a bit more productive. I think that comes down to what is my problem. I'm always trying to be the most productive in everything rather than just like enjoying the moment. But it was really nice. I'm really enjoying like prioritizing to spend some time for myself, doing the artist day and also the morning pages, because I feel like you're literally connecting with yourself and you're doing stuff that you enjoy, so it feels nice. Yeah, I'm not making enough time for the activities. It kind of gets to Sunday and I'm like, oh shit, I should have done some of this stuff. I was supposed to list 10 changes that you'd like to make for yourself, from the significant to the small, or vice versa, like get new sheets so I have another set, go to China, paint my kitchen, dump my bitchy friend Alice, it says. As the morning pages nudge us increasingly into the present, where we pay attention to our current lives, a small shift like a newly painted bathroom can yield a luxuriously large sense of self-care. And then it said, select one small item and make it the goal for this week. Now do that item. Well, it got to Sunday and I hadn't even made the list, so I didn't do that. What did I even... I wrote it down though. I still haven't chosen one to do, because a lot of them involve money, and right now money is quite tight, so... You know, new sofa, not going to happen right now. I would like to get a new job. I'm trying to get that, but you know, so it's not really in my control. Would like to join the gym again. I could do that. It's not that expensive, but then it's like another monthly cost. Like to go out to eat again. Like it's not expensive, but like right now I feel like things are kind of tight to even like just pay for what we need to do. So it's just feels hard to like indulge in any activities, but maybe I should. So yeah, another thing that we had to do was we were supposed to read these every day, the basic principles about creativity. And I really like this one. I'm not going to read them all out. It says, we are ourselves creations, and we in turn are meant to continue creativity by being creative ourselves, which I thought was nice. And it also says, as we move towards our dreams, we move towards our divinity. I'm not sure if there was some quotes from week 2. I think it just kind of talks more. Yeah, this one, I don't know, reading this actually made me cry. I don't know why. I'll just read you some of my favorite quotes. It says, a creative life involves great swaths of attention. Survival lies in sanity, and sanity lies in paying attention. The truth of a life really has little to do with its quality. The quality of life is in proportion always to the capacity for delight. The reward for attention is always healing. And this one, I think it was this that got me. It says, the poet William Meredith has observed that the worst that can be said of a man is that he did not pay attention. Deep. Like, there was a lot of build up to that quote. But it really hit me, because I think, so for me in the past like year or so, from like doing meditation and stuff more consistently, learning to free dive, doing all these things that like try and bring you into the present moment, and doing even this activity of like writing every day, you just kind of realize like so many problems stem from like not being fully present in your life. And yeah, and I do think it's really important. I think we do need to make time to kind of be more present, because it's really important. I can't like put it into words in a profound way right now. Maybe I can later, but honestly it's important. So yeah, that's week 2. Will I do anything with these videos? Will they just stay on my memory card? I don't know. If this is somewhere public, say hello and congratulate me from actually putting this out there. I don't know if that's going to happen though. Anyway, goodbye. See you next week. Hopefully I'm going to record on Sunday, but I can't promise.